Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf Shir sponsor Nishmas Arbi Akashom Le'abas Yitzchok. We're holding in Sanhedrin Daf Mem Zayin. The Gemara in the middle of Ond Aleph introduces the concept Ein Koivrim Rasha Etzel Tzadik. Cannot bury a Rasha next to a Tzadik, and we learn from the story of Elisha. The Maharil in Hilchos Smochos brings this, and he says, what's the reason that you can't bury a Rasha by a Tzadik? Because the Tzadikim, they speak to the Tzadik, they tell the Tzadikim what was said behind the paragod. They are revealed Soidos Shemayim. And if the Rasha is buried next to the Tzadik, so they won't reveal to the Tzadik everything he can reveal. And the Sefer Chasidim in Siman Tafshin Hey, he brings a story. There was a Talmid Chacham, a Tzadik, that they buried him next to somebody which is not appropriate, wasn't in his level. So the Tzadik came in a dream to the people of the city, and he said, I'm buried next to a bathroom, and the smell disturbs me a lot. So they put stones between the kever of the Tzadik and the kever of the Rasha, and then he didn't come back in a dream. And the Marshal in the Yavsha Shloimoi, and Yevomas Perek Gimel Siman Zayin, he says that many times rich people pay money to be buried next to a Tzadik. And he says, sometimes it's not appropriate for them to be there, and they're ruining it for the tzad by being so close to him. If they're not at that level, so they're going to get punished because they're causing tsar to the tzaddik. And so it's brought down in the Tziyuni, the big Mekubal, Pashas Vayichi, on the post of Shachavti Mavoisai. So he says, the Ma'as Machpelah, only the Avos HaKadoshim are buried there, now nobody else. And he says, why not? Because of this concept. In Krivim Rasha Etzel Tzadik, nobody's in that level of the Avos HaKadoshim. And he brings many examples. We see that in Shas, that people in a lower level of Tzidkus were not buried next to a bigger Tzadikim. Says it Tziyuni, and the reason is because the Tzadikim are buried, they're megala to them, Roze El Yoinim V'Tachtoinim, the biggest secrets of the world. Someone is buried now in that level, so the Tziyun is adding, it's not only a Rasha, even a Tzadik is not on the same level of the Tzadik, is also takes away from what the Tzadik is going to be taught from Olam Hamis. And the Tziyun goes on and says, why will the neshamas have to do with the body? I mean, what's buried in the ground is the bones. Isn't the neshamas a higher thing? So it says the Tziyuni is that the neshamas, they do come back to be next to the bones. And Yedu the Mekubalim, that Tzomas themselves, the bones of Adam, they have in them das, and they're able they have their own koiches and way to listen to people. So the Bikud is, and the Neshama, the Ruach, is talui in that Tzomas, and therefore it is a nafkamina who's buried next to these bones. Torah Mamuki Moed. The Bnei Yisachar in the Sefer Agud Akalo explains based on this the following pasuk. It says the pasuk in Mishlei, Oizen shemas teichechas chaim, an ear that listens to teichecha, bekerev chachamim tolin, will sleep next to the chachamim. So he says, what does it mean? So he brings our Gemara that says that you don't bury a Rasha by a tzaddik, because he brings all what we learned, that the Migale Rozi Torah to the Havle, the Garmi, to the Ruach, which is with the bones. So says the Agad, the Pirko, the Bnei Yisachar, a person has not been Torah during his lifetime, but he was always listening to Teichecho, to Musar. Meaning, in other words, he was always trying to connect to the Tamil Chachamim. He was always trying to get from them, to accept from them, even though he was not a Ben Torah himself. So he says, a person like this, he won't lose his char, and you'll be able to continue listening to the Chacham after death. So when he's going to be buried, you could bury him among the Chachamim. Because even though he's not been Torah, he was in the level of listening to Tamil Chacham, so he can continue listening even after death with a Mikala to this Tamil Chacham. Says that's Pshat in the Pasuk. Oizin Shemaz Teichas Chaim, an ear that listened to Teichach during its lifetime, Bekerev Chachamim Tolin, can sleep next to a Tzadik and continue listening to what is being Mikal to the Tzadik from Olam Hamis. Anyone who wants to join the Shomach Shava email list to WhatsApp group, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.